3, 2, 1. Woo! Welcome back, everyone, to episode 67. That's right, 67. 67, not the first number and then the second number, just straight 67.
And happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yes.
Also, this comes out on the 25th of December. If you don't know what that is, that's Christmas, baby.
Woo!
So,
happy birthday, Santa.
Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Remember that song? I fucking hated it. It had a weird music video.
I cannot remember it at all. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You don't listen to any
music.
current music. Not that
No,
that's current
not
music,
really.
but you also just don't listen to any good music.
Sure.
The Fallout TV show just came out. I want to spoil something for him.
He's played the
Why?
games. He knows what's
Why
going
would
on.
you do this?
That's why I had such a disgruntled look.
The first episode of Fallout Season 2 just came out, and they play Big Iron in the first episode, which as soon as that started playing, like Lizard and I were stuffing around, and then as soon as that started going on, we just started belting it out. To a town of freedom come a stranger one find. How they spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say.
Copyright claim.
That was really good singing, Tom. Thank you. No worries, bro. But yeah, we're here, episode 67, Christmas. We don't have much Christmas-related stuff to talk about, if not anything.
No,
This
I
has
don't
been-
think so.
You hear this from everyone every year. It's been a very big, long year. It's very busy at the moment. This has been a very busy Christmas, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic.
I feel like we, in previous years, has been somewhat a rest between our busy periods at the end of the year, like by a week or week and a half, 2 weeks sometimes. It's just been non-stop.
This didn't even feel like a week. This was just like straight from Black Friday. You got like a couple of days, then it was like, nope, Christmas time.
Yeah.
Go, go, go.
And there's still going to be deals for the next foreseeable future.
Either way, we got some time off, so
God, yeah.
3 days. So we're here. There's a couple things that we want to talk about game-wise. But let's just jump into something epic. Let's talk about movies.
God, yeah, we do love movies.
We do love movies. Do you know what that was?
Yes, that was Lion King.
It wasn't what I thought it was going to play, but close enough.
Just get to your point.
No, let me go.
All this crap and no one cares
This is a
about the
podcast.
singing.
We're here to talk.
We're here to talk.
Yes,
What, you're
not
doing
sing.
fuck all.
No, I'm talking, which is what the podcast is supposed to be
People
about.
don't want to hear that, though.
6, 7.
Shut up.
You're
So
You're a dick.
this week, was it this week it came out, or was it last week?
It was technically last week.
Avatar, Fire and Ash. Is that the subtitle?
Yes, I think it is.
Oh, fuck, I don't
Fire and
know.
Ash? Yeah, no, I think it is.
Avatar, Fire and Ash came out. I saw it. Beng saw it.
I also saw it, yes.
I haven't
Brock
seen
has
it.
not seen it.
Rock doesn't go to the movies. He hates fun.
He does. He hates all the thing.
Well, no, I'm just disappointed myself because every time I've heard someone talking about it, I thought they were talking about the next
No,
redo of-
they're not talking about that, because you would know if they're talking about that. Oh, I went and saw the new Avatar movie at the theaters. You're going to know when that's coming out.
And it's late next year because they've already mentioned it 4 years ago. That's when it's coming out.
Either way, the new James Cameron Avatar movie came out. Ben and I saw it. That is such a meh movie.
That looks unreal.
But it's one of the most meh movies I've ever seen, but I cannot recommend you to see it more.
Yeah.
100%. It's a spectacle on the eyes, as they say.
Yeah. The story feels very, very flat. It's the same plot the whole way.
They've never been anything crazy, those Avatar movies, when it comes to plot.
No, absolutely not. I mean, the first one's just Pocahontas. It's like there's no source to it, but that wasn't what he was making the movies for.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I still don't understand. So the big story with James Cameron and Avatar was that he first thought of it in like 1994 or something.
And
then
85.
he was...
I watched an interview the other day.
Oh, okay. But he was first thinking about making it in 94, and then it was in the late 90s where he was like, no, the technology just isn't here. Yeah. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, because I think
the
he's
same excuse that Lucas gave for the original trilogy.
No,
I don't think he ever said that, did he?
Yeah, he did
could've.
say that he wanted to use because it was going to be in like the High Republic or whatever time that we wanted to have better special effects for it. But I think
For
it
the
was
prequels, yeah.
Yeah, because I think James Cameron's mother had this dream of like this foreign planet or whatever.
Bioluminescent forest and shit like that, yeah.
Or like big blue people, and then he had a dream and they kind of worked it out, and then that's the movie is now Avatar and go
but
from there.
James Cameron originally wanted to make this movie in the 90s, and he just was like, the tech isn't here. And eventually they started seriously looking into it in like 2006, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first movie came out 2009. It was the highest grossing movie of all time for a long time. And I just can't believe how much of a fucking gap there was between them.
Yeah.
I still don't understand that. It was in production hell for years, Avatar 2. I never thought it was going to come out.
I think that comes down to, the VFX side of it, the water is just a killer.
I get that. But is that really putting them back from 2009 to 2024? The second one came out?
Yeah. What is it called? Way of the Water?
Way
or
of Water, yeah. 15 years later.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because I think like the first one's a self-contained movie. Doesn't need to be any more.
It really doesn't need to.
But
no.
he had the plan always to do 4 or 5 movies. And I think now that the third one's done, he's like, we'll keep doing them if there's people want to see them, which is people go to the movies.
He's
and
saying that, or
Yes.
are the shareholders saying
No,
that?
he's saying that James Cameron has got his bag. He doesn't need to make any more of these movies. He really doesn't. He's got so much money. Like, I think I heard somewhere that he's going to make, from the last movie, and I think the first one, he made $200 million. And from this one, he probably will as well. Like, he's going to break being a billionaire.
Which, I mean,
He's just using it
all
to
well
fund
and
his
good.
underwater adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, all well and good for him, but it's still not enough that he's going to be able to self-fund making movies.
Yeah, he will. That's
Absolutely.
enough. That's
The
enough
budget-
to self-fund.
Because I'm pretty sure the budget for the third one was like 350 mil or something
Yeah.
like that.
One of the very few, you're right, not many directors have the money to self-fund.
No.
I think one of the only ones I can think of was Francis Ford Coppola would self-fund some of his movies, or he had a wine company and he had all the money he made off that, he would fund some of his other movies or help for his daughter's movies or whatever. But no, they cost a fucking bomb. But these movies, they are very meh, but they look fucking amazing.
Yes.
They just do. They look great. I highly recommend watching it.
I mean, you mangled it before, but a feast for the eyes is what
It
I
is.
think you meant to say before.
What did I say?
A spectacle for the eyes or
I
something.
mean, that's
No, it's still
the same idea.
it was
bro.
still unfucking. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was
ridiculous.
very good. I would watch it again. Very long.
very, very.
But you know what? I didn't get bored the whole time.
No, the pacing was incredible. They kept it. Because I felt like the second Way of the Water was very. There were parts that dragged, and then this one it felt a little bit more like something would happen. Okay, cool, and it leads straight into the next thing.
It really feels like this is one of the first movies in years that I've seen that the sequel, and we're talking about this, picks up basically exactly where the one before dropped off. It's like a day or two later.
Okay.
But it's like you could think it's hours later. I
Yeah.
mean, it is, but it was just a great movie. I really recommend people seeing Avatar. It is definitely not anything that's going to change cinema besides the
Technical advancements.
technical stuff. Like the filmmaking isn't in the traditional sense of story and things like that isn't anything crazy. And there's a lot of stuff that's really it feels like almost, even though James Cameron is one of the GOATs when it comes to sci-fi, but it still feels like someone who's trying to explain something they don't know.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to I don't know. It's have you ever seen when there's an American company and they try to do their own take on anime and it's so not hitting
Any of the marks.
it's so off base. It's there's times where it feels like, man, I don't think you think you're a sci-fi nerd guy, but you're not. But it's James Cameron. He also made fucking Terminator, which is one of the best sci-fi movies
Ever.
and franchises ever.
Yeah.
But it's still got that awkwardness to it. But it's a good movie, and I really feel with these new Avatar movies and all of Avatar, but especially these new ones, it really feels like he wants to make 4 or 5 of them, and it is the type of movie or franchise that you marathon in a row, because it's almost it's almost like he wanted to make it a season of a TV show, but he's put 6 episodes into a movie each type of thing. There's not beat for beat like that, but they flow that well.
sorry, just not to cut you off too much, but I was more, yeah, I know.
Classic Tom line.
I was more just like when you guys said you're going to go see it, I was more like, oh, that's out already. And then I realized you were talking about like Blue People Avatar, not Airbender Avatar. And I was like, oh, that's out already. Because I'd completely forgotten that it was a thing. The only other thing I'd seen for it was that there was an update to the Avatar game that got, well, not an update. It's got like a new
I'm gonna
edition
play
for
this off stream.
Yeah, they added the third person because it was all first person, that Frontiers of Pandora. They added a third person mode, and then they're like, by the way, now you can go fight the clan from the new movie. By the way, the movie's out tomorrow. And they just like, I think it's like a $40 upgrade though for the DLC, which is a bit steep.
It's asking a bit much.
But I feel that Fire and Ash definitely makes Way of Water a lot better of a movie because it's just same as like Dune 1 and Part 2 is like Part 1 was good. It's a lot better when it's followed up
when it's like almost a prequel to this one or the lead up to this one.
Yeah, because like Tom said, it leads straight into it pretty much like straight away. That movie just gets amplified by the second one, or the third one in this case.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, it's really good. I can't recommend it enough. Ben saw it in the theater without a reclining seat.
Yeah, that was
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Not for a 3-hour movie. I also didn't book a 3D cinema, and I got 3D tickets, which also leads into what Tom's about to say.
Yes. Bro, we're just so in sync.
Yeah, I know. It was like we live together.
Yeah, it's like periods in sync. This is one of the first movies in ages. The only thing I can think of is The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, and there was some halftime show movie with war veterans that had fire frame rate as well for the battle.
Okay, yeah. So this movie was shot in 48 frames.
Oh, okay.
Ben saw it in 48 frames. My theater was not in 48 frames. I did not like it in 24 frames.
Before you get too far into it, do you want to explain to the viewers why that's important in case they don't know?
I will get into it, but basically, most movies, just to explain frame rates and stuff, most movies are shot at 24 frames a second. So there's 24 pictures on the screen every second, which makes the actual movement of the movie. And it is 99.99999% of things or movies are in 24 frames.
Yep.
In America, most TV shows, most TV shows are in 30 frames. Sometimes 60 frames.
Yeah, the biggest thing I can think of, like that most people might know, if you've ever seen The Bill, the reason why it looks so and feels so different to a lot of other cop shows is because it's shot at a much higher frame rate.
I can't say I've ever heard of that show ever.
Oh, The Bill, I know The Bill.
Yeah.
But
British cop show.
Yeah, in Australia and a lot of other regions, they do it at 25 frames a second and then 50 as like a standard thing. Most movies are 24 frames a second. Avatar was filmed at 48, so double that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem was for the theater I saw it in, it was in 24 frames, and they've exported the movie at 24, even though so basically you're missing half the frames, and I'm pretty sure they put a lot of motion blur or some sort of stuff in there to try and fix that in between frames. I mean, it will do when you can just export it at that frame rate. I don't know what they're using to edit. They're probably an Avid Media Composer or some high-end editing software, or industry standard software. But you can do that. Like the podcast, we shoot in 50 frames, which is not common for YouTube videos. 4K 50 is not common at all, but
we're built different.
We are built different. But on Premiere, sometimes my timeline, I'll accidentally export it at 25, and it just looks weird. It's like a bit mushy and a bit more motion blurry, blah, blah. But they did with Avatar in the theater when I saw it, and it looked like shit being in 24 frames when it was actually a 48 frame movie. I'm not saying 24 frame movies look bad. That is basically every movie ever. It just, when you're only getting half the frames you're supposed to because it was shot in a different frame rate, looked bad. Ben
My
saw
movie
it at
looked
48.
fucking hectic.
Yeah.
Like it looked, I mean, they've looked realistic for a while. Having it be that higher frame rate, you could just tell, even in 3D, you could look at it and be like, this looks like you're right there. Like it looked unreal. Like I couldn't, like, there were parts where obviously it went back to 24 or whatever they did with, and they mixed it together with motion blur to kind of blend the whole thing together. Because there's definitely parts where you could tell it got ramped up real quick. And I noticed it because I saw it when I was looking. It's like, I booked the ticket. It was $20, which was a stupid price. And I was like, awesome. Then she handed me the 3D glasses. And I was like, I didn't pay for this. And she goes, oh, no, it's okay. It's included. And then I checked the thing and it says high refresh rate, 3D film, VMAX, whatever it's going to be. And I was like, okay, cool. I was talking to Tom. I was like, this movie's shot in a weird frame rate. You could tell it was changing and it looked so good. Like anything with water, anything with flying, you're just like, all right, now this is...
Because I think...
This is movies.
I think the first movie... I don't know if it was the same case with... Not the first, but the second movie. I don't know if it was the case with that, but on Disney Plus, I think it was fairly smooth.
Yeah.
But it's very strange seeing a movie shot at 48 frames. Like it's just not common, and people are like, oh, who cares? It's a different frame rate. They don't know what that means. Go look at it. It's weird. There's nothing wrong with it.
And I mean, Spider-Verse did that with like Into the Spider-Verse. They did variable. They did 12s and things like that. Yeah, animating on 2s to make the different characters look different, and that worked really well in that film. Same idea here, just with the whole film being shot.
That's a bit different though, because it's drawn.
Yeah.
Where this is through an actual camera. But yeah, no, I think that's enough for Avatar. I recommend watching Avatar. I give it maybe a 7.
Yeah, I think.
But it's one of those 7s where it was enjoyable, and I will watch that again.
Yeah,
maybe in 2 or 3 sittings. But I mean,
yeah. Lizard she knows Avatar's stupid, but she really likes it, and she wanted to see it straight away. So,
I mean, it's a good way to spend an afternoon.
It was. I left work early and went to it, but it was weird getting in the theater at like 3:30 and leaving at 7 at night. That was a very weird feeling.
I got in at like 6:30. We got in the theater at 6.
Fucking late.
And then I was like, oh yeah, cool. What time's this ticket at? 9:47. And I'm like, oh, that's like my whole night gone. Like it felt like that after I come out. I was like, I'm actually tired from that. That was a lot.
Yes, I was tired from the movie as well. All right, well, enough of Avatar. Another thing though, movie-wise, is I went and saw in the theater last night End of Evangelion. So for people who don't know the show, there's a very, very popular and famous anime from the 90s called Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's a mecha show. You've watched it, haven't you, Brock?
I've seen bits and seen individual episodes here and there. I haven't watched it start to finish.
Okay, yeah.
It's one of those ones that's like, I know it. I know the story beats. I know all the memes. Yeah. But it's also like, because of the episodes I've seen, I've never felt a need to go and watch it start to finish.
There's a lot of people who don't like Ava. There's a lot of people who like Ava, like a lot of people. Very impactful, influential show, but
it was always on SBS, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I think Australia.
That was where I first saw it.
Australia was one of the only countries that I think played Ava or Neon Genesis Evangelion on TV, and not too long after it came out. No, I don't believe it. I think it was in the late night, early mid, not
97,
late 90s.
98.
Well, 97's when 96 I think it came out. I know End of Evangelion was 97, but they played it on Australian TV, SBS, which is crazy. And I know a lot of people...
It was late night, but it was... Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in Australia who got into Evangelion because it was on SBS and they watched it.
Yep.
It's nothing good on SBS any other time, so...
I've watched some cool stuff on SBS, I won't lie. But I saw literally, not yesterday, today's Monday, I saw on Saturday afternoon, I was like, what the fuck? They're playing this at a local cinema. Like, they've reopened a retro, not retro, but like an old, very old cinema that was local here that closed down 5 years ago, and they've reopened it, and they're doing it as a bit of a modern but also playing classics cinema. And I saw they were playing End of Ava, and I told a couple other of my mates, and they're like, fuck yeah, we'll go see it. I never thought I'd see End of Evangelion in the theater. That is like a what the fuck? Yeah. Like, that's the type of movie I'm surprised there is a film reel of it in Australia.
Yeah.
Like, it was 1997 with subtitles. Like, I think it was original print. Like, there was a couple times where you saw film burn and things like that. It was really cool. It was one of those movies where it was, if you've ever seen it, it is definitely a theater movie.
Yeah, yeah.
There is shots of people in a theater, like live action shots. This is an animated movie, and they have people in a theater because it's a very psychological. It's Evangelion. It's very artsy fartsy. I won't lie.
It really does.
It does, but it was really cool to watch that in the theater. And as soon as I left, went with doxing both Jacob and Pip, they were like, that was fucking hectic. That was so cool to see that.
Do you think Ava, like in general, do you think it's definitely one of those animes where you either like it or you don't? There's no sort of in between where people are like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. It's like, this, I can understand this, I liked this, or it's like, I don't like that. It's not for me.
You're right. Evangelion is very much a polarizing. It's either love or hate.
Yep.
That show, and it's like people aren't usually indifferent to it, or they like it enough. It's
not to say there's no one that does it. There are people,
but it just seems
one of them that's indifferent
freaks.
to it. But
yeah, it just seems like most of the time that's the case. I will say, watching End of Evangelion in the theater in 2025 was the best anime movie I've seen in the theater. Not the movie itself, but the experience. Everyone who was there is a big fan.
Yeah.
This is a continuation of the main series, so you need to watch the show to watch the movie.
Yep.
And like I said, everyone who's been there has had that commitment. That's what was my thought, at least. They have had that commitment to watch the whole show, that when they went there, they just went to enjoy it, because I think a lot of the people there were like, fuck that. This is at the movies? This is ridiculously cool. I've seen other anime movies at the movies.
He's a true weeb.
Yeah, I'm a true weeb. I haven't seen anything at like a big movie theater, because when I was big in anime, you couldn't watch an anime movie at like Hoyt's or event. That it just wasn't a thing.
You might get maybe one every 5 or 6 years.
It's usually Dragon Ball Z.
That wasn't even a thing. When I saw Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods at Avoca Beach Theatre, which is a small independent theatre that is over 100 fucking years old and used to have weird stuff on. I saw Battle of Gods, which was like early 2010s, like it's like 2014 or something, 2015, 2013.
It's the same one I saw a different cinema, but yes.
When I saw that was so bad. So bad, because not just because it's Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball fans can be
I was about to say, was it ruined for the same reason that I felt my viewing of it was ruined?
The Dragon Ball fans, a lot of them, I don't think they have very good social skills. The ones that I've
seen videos of them at the theater. I've seen, it's rough.
Dragon Ball is incredibly popular, and majority of the fans are completely fine. But when your only outlet to see something Dragon Ball and official at the movies is at this one place, it just was compacted with the worst of the worst. I remember being in that theater and I felt ashamed as like a fucking 14 or 15-year-old or whatever. And I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't like this, because some of the people there was acting so fucking weird.
Yeah, same for me. I would have been 26, 27 or something when I went to
you're old.
Yeah. Shut up. But the big thing that ruined it all for me was how many times, like when they're saying their special attacks on screen, people in the cinema are screaming it as well. And it's like, honestly, ruined the entire experience. I'm just like, shut the fuck up and just watch it.
I remember going to watch Battle of Gods with a mate, and we ended up watching Resurrection F a couple years later, which was the other newer Dragon Ball movie that came out in the 2010s. And I went with the same friend and a couple others to the same theater, and the same person who was making a massive fuss in Battle of Gods was there years later at Resurrection F. And what they were doing is whenever there was a semi-joke, the whole time. It's like, bro, fuck.
So loud.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So I'm going to have to edit that in post.
Headphone warning.
Yeah, it was terrible. And it was just like, I feel like this person probably had a problem. And I don't want to make fun of them for that, but it was ruining the experience for everyone else. And it's like, I don't get to watch Dragon Ball in public. Like, I don't get that.
You shouldn't watch Dragon Ball in public.
This type of thing is not common at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want it ruined because someone just keeps yelling and screaming the whole time. It was multiple people, but watching those movies was a chore. But comparing it to watching End of Evangelion at this theater I saw last night,
sort of on the same page.
It was hectic. They're about to show Akira in a couple of days. Very tempted to go see that. And they're also going to show Perfect Blue in a couple of days, which I could see Akira being shown at like a big theater or like a more niche one in Sydney.
Yeah.
Not locally.
No.
Same thing with Perfect Blue. I'd never expected to be able to see that anywhere.
Which, until today, I'd never even heard of Perfect Blue, which given what you were showing me before.
Yeah, Satoshi
Kind
Kon.
of surprised about, honestly.
Yeah, and it's a very, very popular movie. But very tempted. I'm very keen to see some more movies like that in the theater. It's one of those things where people really like the experience of the movie. Yeah. I love the movie End of Evangelion, but it was really cool just having the experience of watching it in a theater.
I'm always of two minds going to a theater. I'm excited to see the thing I'm going there to see with friends. I hate that there's a bunch of strangers and I got to deal with all these other people yelling and shit.
I don't give a shit. I'm there to watch the movie.
This environment, this theater I went to, I think you would like because you don't deal with that. It is very much way more of a chill environment. Just go in, really enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like, because I never got to see Interstellar in the theater because I was like, oh, it's another sci-fi thing. It's just one I'll skip. As soon as that chance to see it in IMAX came up, had to take it. That was fucking incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Just like a lot of it wasn't shot. It was all shot for like 70 mil, which this is like a digital IMAX screen. Still looked just unbelievable.
Oh, it would. Very much would.
But no, if I remember the first movie after the COVID, I think it was Tenet, just sitting there and being able to
that was one of the ones I saw.
Just being able to sit back in a theater, and then there was a lot of people just being annoying because obviously they hadn't been in the movies or been outside in 2 years, and just being able to sit there and just watch a movie on the big screen was just it was so well done.
I will say, yes, I agree. Then the next thing I wanted to talk about was over the course of this whole podcast, Brock and I have talked about how we really like Fallout New Vegas, and it's one of our favorite games.
Yep.
And I still die on the hill that I prefer Fallout New Vegas to 3 and especially 4.
Yeah.
And
you're probably alone on that hill. I definitely spent more time in 3 than I did in New Vegas. New Vegas, in terms of story content and everything, it wins. No contest whatsoever. Yep. But for mechanics and just some of the other stuff that you can do with it, I just had a better time moment to moment playing 3, I think. I had probably due to the computer I had at the time, honestly.
Yeah.
Just being a bit of a clusterfuck. Going back and playing it nowadays, yes, New Vegas I prefer to play to 3, but
just in general. But I mean
4, however, you're alone on that hill for that one. I would go and play 4 before I go and if given the 2, I'm gonna play 4 over New Vegas.
I liked Fallout 4 when it first came out. I really enjoyed it, but it just felt like it was missing something.
Yeah,
and it was hard to feel like. And for years, there's always been a dick sucking contest of how much people love New Vegas. I've really tried to not wear the rose tinted glasses. I had a first hand experience recently of I played New Vegas first. I was waiting for 4, blah, blah, blah. And I had an experience of actually having a scenario of someone picking and seeing which one they liked. Lizard, she started playing New Vegas earlier this year because I got her onto it. I had Game Pass, had my Series S, and I was like, hey, play this because the new season of the show is going to come out. It's summer set around this. She's like, okay, yeah, she was playing it. Really got into it. Never finished it, but she played a lot and really enjoyed it.
Yep.
She recently bought Fallout 4 the other day without telling me. She's like, oh, I got 4, and I started playing it. She's like, oh, I really like it, and she couldn't put it down. And then I was asking her the other day, I was like, oh, so what do you think? What do you prefer more? She's like, I think I like New Vegas more. She's like, I really like that more. There's something about 4 that I just don't like as much.
There's no atmosphere.
You're right there. I don't think there is.
I haven't played New Vegas, and I know there's no atmosphere in 4.
And you have played 4. I agree with that. I've never thought about that. You're right.
There's nothing. It's just
and one thing before you go. One thing I was going to say. She thought that there was too many convoluted things in 4, and I fully agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, I can back that.
I like the amount of customization you have in 4. I hated in Fallout 4 how separate legs, separate arm piece, separate helmet and chest piece. Just give me a fucking helmet and then torso, legs, arm together.
Most of the best armor in that game is just a one set thing.
Yeah, and
it's
so
not if I stack this and this and this and this. It's like No, I just put on the Silver Shroud costume and that does
I hated the fucking pipe weapons and like all the weird upgrade shit.
I hate the fucking railroad.
Yeah, there was so much stuff and I was like, fuck, is it just me? And like, I know this is only one example, but I saw it and I tried to have no influence at all. I said to Lizard, I was like, you're probably going to enjoy 4 more. And I don't blame you for that because it's a way more polished game in a lot of ways. It's way more modern, I guess I could say.
Yeah.
And I mean, her opinion might change, but she was like, no, I think I like New Vegas more. From what I was hearing, I think she likes the story more in New Vegas as well, which I don't think anyone disagrees
I bought it
with.
the other week when it was on sale, so I'm going to give it a crack over the Christmas.
It will probably be a bit hard for you.
Very quickly, your point of like the atmosphere on it. I have a feeling it's
on Fallout 4.
On Fallout 4 and New Vegas. Comparing the two.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's because New Vegas's atmosphere is very, this is the atmosphere and it's just one take the entire time. It's like, it's the Mojave Desert. There's New Vegas. We do all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Whereas 4, the atmosphere constantly changes between like, hey, you're in like an outdoor area, like it's more like the sticks and that. Oh, now you're moving into the actual ruins of the city. And it kind of feels like, I get what you mean by the atmosphere is off, but I think it's because they're trying to like do too much in a convoluted way is what we were saying. Have each little region have its own atmosphere, I think, and it doesn't work together.
See, I disagree because I feel like New Vegas has multiple atmospheres and it feels very distinct when you go to different parts of the map. Hoover Dam feels completely different to the New Vegas Strip, which feels completely different to in the middle of the Mojave, feels completely different to Caesar's Legion's base, feels completely different going up to like Red Rock Canyon area. It feels completely different. It feels like it's a fully lived heaps of different points.
Maybe my idea...
I'm going to go to Jacobstown. Like, it feels really different and you're just wrong.
Maybe what I'm thinking of an atmosphere is different to what you're considering as atmosphere.
Well, what would you consider? I'm thinking more of the vibe and walking around. It has character to it and it feels distinct and different where...
4 doesn't. 4 it's doesn't. The same when you walk from Sanctuary all the way to the other side of the map. Yeah. It's the exact same stuff. It looks the same. It feels the same. Yeah, you get different characters. And if you go into like a settlement area, it is technically different. It's still the same as it is outside. It just looks different.
And you know what? That might be more of a Bethesda thing because I'm even thinking 3 and 3 was very like that as well. There was a lot of like... For example, like the base game of 3, it's very grey, green, overcast, drab everywhere.
Green filter on it.
Yeah, I know that, but the whole game pretty much feels the same except for a couple spots, and the DLC feels distinct to it. So the pit feels like the pit, and
whatever the swamp area, I can't remember what it's called, but it feels
they all feel very different. But that's just it. It's like just those sections because they've made a complete map just for that. Where New Vegas feels, I don't know, it just feels like you're going through and it very much changes.
Other than when you go to New Vegas, like the actual location itself, the strip.
Yeah.
That's the only area to me that I really got a different vibe in like all my time playing New Vegas. Other than the DLCs, which some of them have a similar vibe, but others are very, very unique.
Yeah, like the big MT and then Sierra Madre's got its own vibe and then... so does Zion Canyon.
Zion Canyon just gave me the same vibe I got from Jacobstown, honestly. It just feels
I get that. But I mean, I feel like there's just a lot more in New Vegas that feels distinct and it feels like a more lived in big world, even though there's a lot more barren areas in it. Like the Mojave, there's parts of the map where it is just desert.
Yeah.
It's not long. Like you can easily get through it and it's not going to be that boring or anything.
Oh, like in terms of map size, I have a feeling it might be a little bit on the smaller side compared to 3
I
and
think
4.
so, but it's way more condensed in its areas that are good. I don't know. I just feel like New Vegas just feels so lived in and so different from here to there. It's just not the same. And I get what you mean. No. I really do. Where Sanctuary feels like the top right to the bottom left, like that whole curve of the map. It's the same, and then it's the city part, and then that.
Well, that's it. I really liked Far Harbor because it was completely different.
Yes,
it was completely different. I hated those stupid puzzle game things with whatever that stupid robot's name was.
Well, Far Harbor the DLC for that gives me very much the same vibe as Point Lookout. That's what it was.
Yes,
Let's just do it again.
Yeah. I can't remember what the second
Fallout 3 DLC.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
Far Harbor is one of the, well, compared to the others, it's one of the better things for Fallout 4.
Yeah, Fallout 4, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of lost potential. Still great game. I don't think it's bad. I don't. But like, I feel like Nuka World could have been better as well.
See, I stopped playing. I was going through because I was trying to get the platinum for it. I went through, did Far Harbor. I was like, that was sick. I'll start Nuka World.
Yep.
I got like 2 or 3 missions in. I was like, I'm already sick of this.
I thought it would have been like it's a really cool concept because I don't think there's many games, especially like open world RPG, FPS sort of thing that have done like a amusement park before, which is really strange that there probably is a ton that I just can't think of.
There is, but they're just not big parts of the game.
Yeah, not like that's a big focus. This is a massive DLC. And Nuka World just felt really boring. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I get the ideas they were going for, but the execution just wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be one of those things where just like there was a lot of cool ideas and they just had to play safe enough to hit XYZ things for investors or who knows what.
I'm going to, we'll get to the show in a moment. I'm going to say something here because I've played...
That is the whole point of this, but yes, go on.
Other than tactics, I've played pretty much every single Fallout game, start to finish, multiple times.
Yep.
And I've played them more or less in order.
Yep.
As they came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is what in order means. Continue.
There is stuff that's like some of it's referenced in the show, some of it is being referenced in 76. There's stuff that I'm like, I'll go back and read the wiki and I'm like, this was not on the wiki before. This is like stuff, new story stuff. This is not stuff that, it was referenced back in Fallout 2 on this computer, but I was like, I don't remember that at all. Stuff about like the generational starship thing that they talk about all the time now in the story.
What the fuck are you talking about? I've never heard that
See,
at
exactly.
all.
You've played them all and you have no idea what I'm talking
about.
What's
the generational starship?
So it's a thing that like keeps popping up on like in all the story content now about how it was the Enclave's overall plan. That's the point of all the vaults, is to test all these different systems to then incorporate them all into a starship because they knew the vault system wasn't going to work. And they were just like, we want to make a spaceship.
I never heard of that. But also, the thing is, the show's changed everything because the show's really changed. What did they?
Yeah, let me finish my point though before you go off.
Keep going.
I've gone back and played some of the early games. Like I went back and played through 2 again.
Fallout 2. Yep.
Yeah, I cannot find anything referencing like story beats that are then referenced in the later.
Are you checking literally
games.
Everything though?
I'm checking as much as I can in single playthrough.
And also, I mean, like, this is probably, it's just retcon stuff.
Yes, that is my point, is people are acting like, oh, this has always been in there. I'm like, it really wasn't.
I've never heard anyone say that. I'm not saying it's not a thing, but I've never heard
Well, I'm pretty
that.
sure with the Fallout Season 2, they're making, I don't know, the events in the show or things that are going to happen after canon. They're going to work it into whatever the next Fallout game is going to be.
The show, I mean, it's good, and I'm liking it. I like the new episode. It's really good. It's changing the lore of the games, like a lot.
And some retcons are okay. They're fine. Other times they'll do it and like, okay, this doesn't make sense as to why they're there. Like Fallout 1 and 2, they explained who and what the super mutants were.
Yep. Created by the Master.
Yeah.
At Mariposa, FEV.
And then in 3, there's like all this talk about, oh yeah, super mutants are this, blah, blah, blah. And then you get to stuff like 76, where it's like, okay, why are the super mutants in this? This is before certain events in the other games have taken place. Why are the super mutants so abundant? And then they go like, oh, super mutants were like, technically they were around before the war as well. And it's like, since when? That was never a thing. But it's like,
well,
I get they have to recon stuff, but it's
yes
like...
and no, but they're just trying to make it so they can have one of the iconic enemies in the game. That's
my overall point to this was going to be they're changing the stories just so they can keep the iconic stuff in it. The exact same way that they keep doing for Pyramid Head in all the Silent Hill stuff, where it's like, this was a unique enemy that had an actual, this is what this enemy is that ties into the story and blah, blah.
Pyramid Head was in a newer episode of Smiling Friends.
And then they changed like stuff in the later game so that, we can keep using this iconic enemy rather than have him be this special thing that was uniquely tied to this game.
I know what you mean. I will say you haven't watched the new episode. You haven't watched the first episode of
I haven't seen any of the new season.
They're very. I'm not saying it's bad, but they're changing a lot of what the lore was, especially with Vault-Tec and stuff like that. They just are. They just straight up are. But also that's why things like Obsidian, when they made New Vegas, I don't feel like they needed to just shoehorn shit in that they didn't want. Like, there isn't super mutants in New Vegas. They've got Nightkin, which are like a variant of the super mutant, and they're only in very certain spots.
Yeah, okay.
Where in Fallout 3, super mutants are fucking everywhere. They're one of the main enemies.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of them in 4. And technically, if you get into the lore shit of it, there should be more super mutants probably closer to New Vegas than there should be on the East Coast, because they were all made on the West Coast.
Yep.
But they've put a lot of the lore stuff in there, and they made it make sense without just shoehorning it in, which I feel like a lot of this other stuff that's happening. Also, they haven't shown a super mutant in this show yet, which I'm very surprised about.
I'm kind of glad at that, honestly.
I don't know. I think super mutants are a fairly important part of.
Oh, I'm not going to deny that.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
It's one of those things where, like, look, I know the Deathclaw is going to be in there, and I'm psyched to see that. And
maybe it'll be something
not be disappointed.
It's already been approved for another season, so maybe that'll be the focus of season.
Yeah, there's enough attention for this. Only thing I really wish is that they, at least everything I've seen in these trailers and everything, they've just made most of the game of New Vegas redundant. They're like, let's just kill everyone so that none of this matters. Like, oh, the Kings, they're all dead. Not that the Kings were a big player in New Vegas, but like,
they were a memorable thing.
Yeah, but that makes you feel like, okay, well, if the Kings are dead and that's all the free side, the Strip's probably fucked, and all the casinos in the Strip are probably all taken over.
What if they haven't shown any of it in the trailers to keep it as a like little Easter egg sort of thing for the fans?
I don't know. It just, at least it's what I'm alluding to, or they're sort of alluding to that, like, in these trailers, they've actively shown the Kings as ghouls. And the Kings were just like they were a...
Elvis impersonation school.
Yeah, they were, but they were a faction in the game.
Yeah.
A very small one, but they were in that. And what... This isn't really too much of a spoiler for Fallout New Vegas at all, but the main strip is sort of locked off to the rest of New Vegas, and you've got to pay a certain amount of caps to get in. I don't think you actually have to pay. You just have to prove you've got them. I don't remember. It's just to prove
There's a couple of ways of getting in. The easiest way is the caps.
There.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if it's you actually have to pay them or you just got to have that many in your possession, because I think the idea is you got to prove that you can go.
Or something.
Yeah, you got to prove that you can go gamble. But on the other side,
still do it in normal casinos.
Exactly.
Now.
And on the other side of that is free side, and it's called that because it's the free side of New Vegas. You don't have to pay to get in, and that's where all the poor people and things like that are. But in the trailers, the Kings are like right near the gate. I don't know what the geography of the show is going to be, but the Kings' main place is right near the gate. And if they're all taken over and they're all ghouls now, I dare say that probably inside the Strip is as well. I could be completely wrong. And who knows? It was defended by Securitrons, but also there were Securitrons in Freeside, if I remember, like near the gate.
The actual gates, yeah.
Have to wait and see. I don't know. What days the episodes come out? Friday?
I assume so.
Yeah.
That's enough of that. Was there anything you guys wanted to talk about? There's more stuff. I just thought, let's see. Are you
enjoying? I know we've been talking about film quite a bit and TV shows. Have you enjoying the new Pluribus on Apple?
I'm not up to date. I have been, but it's also been a little bit boring at times.
Yeah, I feel that. The new episode was a little bit better than the last couple, but it just... I know Vince Gilligan, who did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, his shows are a slow burn.
This is very slow.
This is very slow. I don't see how they keep going for more seasons.
Yeah, he's got to do something, but also, you know what he's like. He can pull amazing shit out of his ass. Do you know this show?
I don't know.
So
what's it called?
We'll explain the premise. So how do you pronounce it again? Pluribus?
Pluribus.
So Vince Gilligan, you know him? He did Breaking Bad and he did Better Call Saul.
I know the name.
Yeah, but that's the shows that he's made. He also used to be a writer on X-Files back in the day. He's made this new show on Apple called Pluribus. the main character, I forget her name, the actress's name. She was in Better Call Saul. She was the lead actress in that.
Rhea something?
Yeah, Rhea something Horn. Seahorn or something like that. She's a really good actress, really good.
Seahorn,
yeah. It's just modern day, and there is a virus or symbiote.
There's a research team that are looking at like some message from the universe or whatever it is.
From space. They're getting on like a satellite.
Radio telescope.
Yeah, and they're like, look, this is like, it's communicating, or this is life or something like that. And basically this semi-virus or whatever ends up coming down into this like research facility, and I forget it's all in the first episode, but this goes into a rat, it kills this rat, whatever, accidentally, they've all got hazmat suits on, it gets into some chick, and basically what it is, it's a symbiote like hive mind virus. So it infects this chick, she starts like convulsing, and she goes around and starts immediately trying to kiss people and spread the virus.
Mm-hmm.
This is all in like a CDC, like the infection control facility, and infects everyone in there, and they basically create an airborne virus and spread it all over the world. And what it does, it turns everyone into a hive mind. So everyone has lost everyone is the same person.
Yep.
It's a very wild first like 12 minutes of the show as well. It just goes.
A lot of people die.
All I'm thinking is just the Unity episodes from Rick and Morty.
It's the same idea.
Yeah.
A lot of people die because they just can't take on this new hive mind. They just die.
Yep.
But everyone in the world gets infected except for like 5 or 6 people. And the show takes place. Karen? Is it Karen? Fuck, what's her name?
I have no idea.
I forget the main character. She's like an author, and her partner, she dies, but she's alive, and she's one of the only people that's still got her mind.
Yep.
And it's just following her. This virus thing.
Carol Sturka.
Carol. Doesn't want to harm her. Will do anything for her. Literally, she'll ask, and she's like, "Can I give me a grenade?" And they'll just go and get her a grenade. That's a point in one of the episodes. And the whole idea is that she's trying to find a way to free everyone, and they're trying to find a way to infect her, but they don't know how to do it.
Plot of the show.
That's the plot of the show, but they are
she's
not
immune to it, or
she's immune. Well, she's immune to it. Nothing's going on. She is so off it. She understands like they're not your family anymore. Blah blah blah. Has a big meeting with everyone, and they're all loving it up. There's like a lady who still has her son, but it's obviously everyone still treats her as her son.
Yeah.
And they're all very delusional and think, oh no, this is still her. There's one guy who's just like, fuck it, I've just got a harem now.
It's really like, anyone. It's but like the whole premise of it is like what's going to happen, and it's like this is not a premise that can go on for 7 or 8 seasons.
Yeah.
This is like you can only do so many jokes and plot points. Like there's a good one going on at the moment which explains a little bit more in the new episode, which you haven't seen, so I won't say anything. But you might get 2 seasons out of this, 3 if something drastic happens in like.
Yeah, is it presented as a comedy or is like sort of
it's
semi-serious?
It's serious, but Vince Gilligan is very good at doing like accidental real life comedy things. Like you never watched Breaking Bad, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like scenes in that. It's a serious show, and there's maybe a couple of like little jokes that are put in there, but a lot of it is just real life things that's like, oh, that's funny.
What
like,
would you do at the end of it? Have you seen? You wouldn't have seen The Last Man on Earth.
No, that rings a bell though. I don't know why, but no, like Breaking Bad. I've watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes just because like when it was first coming out and it was really big. Everyone was watching it.
That 2008 HBO?
Yeah, no, it wasn't HBO. It was AMC that it's on. But no, like I'm trying to think. I don't know if you've seen it, but like a funny thing that Vince Gilligan would do is like it's not even funny, but like when Walt throws the pizza on the roof. Like there's a point where he gets really angry and he throws a pizza on the roof, and he's showing this character's really frustrated, but it was just funny because he threw a pizza on the roof.
Yeah, wasn't that unscripted though?
Well, it was unscripted that it landed perfect on the roof.
Okay.
And then it tortured some poor woman for like the last 20 years because
again, people have been throwing pizzas on her roof.
Yeah. Hilarious, by the way.
But Vince Gilligan's really good at writing just mundane things and then pulling shit out of his ass, but in the most eloquent and doesn't feel forced way to make some really cool points in shows. So I'd be very interested to see how this Pluribus show ends, or if they will do another season, or what the go will be. But I'm liking it. At least
it's entertaining and like it's a good way to spend a Thursday evening. But like, there's a lot of talk. I always go on Twitter after I watch episodes because like everyone's watching it at the same time, and they're like, "Oh, we'll talk about this." Everyone's like, "This feels like the greatest show that's ever got cancelled." Like it's getting to the point. You're like, "This is really, really, really good," but then it's like I think it's been put on for season 2, but also like I don't know what the plan is. I trust him; he's going to have a good one. I don't see the vision.
I feel like he's the type of person where he's got enough worked out, far and ahead. That's not just pulling out his ass all the time. There's at least a skeleton of an idea. But
wait and see.
Well, with that, I reckon from now on we should just basically talk game.
I mean, it's been 50 odd minutes of
and I reckon we do another 50 at least a game so I can get some good clips.
Before we go off TV shows, just very quickly.
Yep.
I mean, we don't have to explain it that much at all. Just very quickly, what is like the most heartbreaking show to you that you were really invested into and it got cancelled?
Ooh.
Because I already know
I'm trying
my
to
one.
think. What's yours?
It was a Netflix show, Final Space.
I've heard of Final Space.
Yeah.
I have also heard of it.
I loved that show. I know the creator of it, he's managed to get enough money to do like finish off the series as a comic book, essentially. And he's worked on like a couple of things that like take place in the same universe. And I adore that show. I've got like, there's 3 seasons of it. I've got all 3 seasons. Watch them.
How do you have them?
Because they also got released as Blu-rays.
Yeah, Netflix did that for a while.
I wish they still did. Disney screwed everything with that. There was, I was just thinking shows that were heartbreaking. I was like, I've got a fucking list of them.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
Firefly is a good one.
Yeah, yes, people always talk about Firefly.
Mindhunter as well. That's the Netflix one I was thinking of.
Okay.
It's just like...
I know that name. I can't picture it.
Oh, here we go. Here's one that I wish didn't get cancelled was My Name is Earl.
Yeah.
I fucking loved My Name is Earl.
I never got into that.
I love Jason Lee. He's fucking sick.
Oh, I'm not... He's a real good actor. A very good comedic actor.
Yeah.
But
even better photographer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really got into that show.
It was just a silly show. My grandparents really liked that show. They don't like stupid things like that, but I remember them being like, fuck,
it's a good thing on Channel 7.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It was that then Porn Stars. It was great.
Oh, Porn Stars. God, yeah. Let me quickly have a look.
Let's look at this list.
All right. So for people who are just joining us, this is 60 of the best shows that got cancelled way too soon.
We did want to do a list.
Who is this according to?
This is IMDb. Firefly. People always talk about Firefly being cancelled and it being really good. It kicked off so many people's
interest in
careers.
sci-fi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, their careers as well. Yeah.
So many people.
Yeah.
Gave Joss Whedon a platform. Come back.
Freaks and Geeks. This is also the same sort of vibe as Firefly, but less being. It's not nerdy. This is where was it James Franco? This is where there's like 3 or 4 really famous actors or actresses.
Seth
Rogen.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's not a you show, I don't think.
Fucking old mate who was in How I Met Your Mother, I think.
Not Neil Patrick Harris.
No, Neil Patrick.
It was Alison. What's his name? I think she was in it as well. The Lily from How I Met Your Mother.
Was she in it?
No, she
was in. What's he?
She was in American Pie.
I know she was in American Pie.
Yeah. Fuck, what was his name, man?
Neil Patrick Harris?
No.
Oh, Jason Segel.
Jason Segel, yeah. Jason Segel, Seth Rogen, James Franco. There were so many people in this show that were like well known.
Yeah, there's some big names there.
Yeah.
I had thought of another show. That 70s show. I really enjoyed that show.
I never got into that.
It was on Netflix one year and I watched it.
Yeah, I know that it has a fan base.
I watched it when it was on Channel 9. I'm pretty sure this was going well back.
Yeah.
What was the sequel they put? Was it just called
That
90s
90s show?
Oh, that 90s
Yeah,
show.
that was a Netflix.
Was it that 80s show?
I don't know because it's their kids.
Oh, there
I'm
was
pretty
that
sure.
80s show as well, but also that 70s show also got very much stained by old mate.
Oh yeah, Topher Lee or whatever his name was going to he got Spider-Man, so he said I'm
No,
sucking
not that. Old mate who got
yeah,
convicted of the R word. One of the main actors got arrested like in the last 5 years for being a vile human.
And I think one of the other co-stars in that show is also a vile human.
Oh, is it both the guys?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
both of them. But
I
the
know
one,
that I'm talking about the Rango with the glasses.
yeah, and he's a scumbag.
Yeah.
The other one is the other gentleman.
The main dude.
No,
No.
not Ashton Kutcher.
No,
Or
he's
Topher
not the
Grace.
main dude.
No, Topher Grace is left a stain on that because he screwed the last season around because he got Spider-Man 3
And he
ditched.
left. Yeah.
And then he's in like half of the first episode, then he comes right back right at the end, and everyone's like, "Fuck off," and then the show's over.
Mm-hmm.
And it was horrible. But no, the other character in that show, the other one with the accent,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Arrested Development. I never got into the show. People
Nah.
fucking loved it.
I liked it.
The first season is the one that everyone loves, from what I remember. The other ones, people were like, this is just not good. They just didn't hit the mark.
There's
from
always
everything
money in the
I've-
banana stand.
I've definitely seen like plenty of like it gets mentioned. On
It was
a whole bunch of
like a
stuff, but
cultural icon.
Yeah,
for
I never
years.
watched it either.
Watch that hand when you swing it. You were very close.
My So-Called Life. I've heard of this. Not my thing.
Not my thing.
Heroes.
Heroes was massive.
Heroes was big for a while.
Yeah, Heroes got screwed by the writer's strike.
Yes.
And I remember watching season 2 after like the first season, fantastic. And then they're like writer's strike, and then they try to persevere.
Yeah.
Nope.
It
got
just wasn't
so
happening.
shit.
The only thing I've seen that like was as big as Heroes as it was like coming out episode like that was
Villains.
Lost.
Yeah, no, I think Lost was bigger.
Yeah, Lost was chokehold.
It was. Flash Forward, never heard of that.
Also,
I have never heard of that. The Event, no. Brothers and Sisters.
I'll tell you another one. Terra Nova. It was a dinosaur show that was shot in Australia. It was, if it was 10 years later, even 5 years later, and it got the Game of Thrones treatment, that show would have been fucking massive. Because I'm almost certain it might also be James Cameron who directed. There's some big director tied to it. That was such a good movie.
A lot of the stuff in Ark is like inspired by Terra Nova.
Yeah, that show, I've got the DVD of that because I was like, I want
Very
this.
good show.
And then they ended on a really big cliffhanger. Oh,
I'm going through this list right now, and there's a lot of just like not bad, but not good.
Dollhouse was one I haven't seen
Not
in a
good
while.
shows. Kyle God.
why do I remember
These are all like Fox 8 shows.
Yeah. Not that we could, I definitely could not afford Fox 8 in our house.
Andy Richter controls the universe. Yeah, Andy Richter left Conan to do that, I think, for a while. Yeah, fucking Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Wasn't there another Terminator show?
Oh, there was an anime, and it was like, I tried to watch that. It was just not good. It followed these kids too much. It was one of those things where the Terminator anime was very much like, oh, that sounds really cool, and whoever got their claws on that tried to turn it into a non-Terminator story half the time, and it just fucking made it shit.
Yeah. It's disappointing. Well, there was another...
Like Deadwood, people really liked that. There's just nothing really good on
There's
this
a
list.
couple of things here that I spot and I'm like, oh, I remember that. That was pretty cool.
But I don't.
And then
haven't
I
heard
don't
anyone
actually
care.
think this... I think this is someone's personal list they've put on
Probably.
IMDb.
Probably.
Because...
Someone with too much time.
Yeah. Because they're very, very old. Show SpongeBob.
Big guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
T-Bell 1826. Created 14 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Quickly, you've heard the new SpongeBob movie song by Ice Spice?
I have not.
The most fucking like did not try at all song at all. Like I keep
Nothing.
hearing on TikTok, it's like I'm not even gonna sing it. It's just like someone did not care. She did not care making this song. Just wanted to get a Nickelodeon bag.
All I keep seeing of SpongeBob these days is that guy that left his wife for Ariana Grande, and then he's doing that stupid live, like it's like a stage show of SpongeBob, and he's dancing. He does the voice very well. It's just so cringe to watch. I'll show this video after.
I didn't know he left his wife for Ariana Grande. I know.
Yeah, the left and child, because they got together after that. I could be talking out of my arse here, but I'm pretty sure he left.
Oh, because he was in was he in Wicked?
No, it was a different show I think they were doing. I don't think
No, the movie Wicked.
Yeah, I know the movie Wicked.
Well, he was on the SpongeBob stage show. I'm just elaborating.
Yeah.
All right, let's fucking get off this.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck are we talking about this? Here's the real gaming meat and potatoes of this episode. I found a list of the 10 biggest gaming controversies of the 2010s that rocked the industry and fans. We're going to talk about this stuff. Some of this we think was like, yep, definitely a thing. Some of it just feels like people are blowing it out of the water. This is by Game Rant. Number 10 in the most controversial gaming moments of the 2010s was Star Wars Battlefront 2's loot boxes. For people who weren't around when Battlefront 2 came out.
The second Battlefront 2.
Yeah, like the EA DICE Battlefront 2. Man, this got some fucking hate. I think it still has the most disliked Reddit comment of all time by one of the developers trying to justify the loot boxes or something like that in this game.
This is pretty much the game that coined the phrase loot box as well.
No, there was plenty of games before this that had loot boxes.
Yeah, but I think this was the big like microtransaction.
Yes,
this is a big pushback. This
is
the pushback for it. Yeah,
because even now with all the loot box like and that taken out of it, it still takes an unbelievable long time to learn and like unlock everything.
I'm talking out my arse here, but I'm pretty sure it was thousands and thousands of hours of playtime to unlock everything, but also was thousands and thousands of dollars if you wanted to buy the loot boxes to unlock everything. So it was an unreasonable amount. It was something like, I think even years possibly to unlock stuff, and it was very much to the level where they were pushing you to buy shit.
Yes.
I mean, it's EA, so...
Yeah, no surprise.
Very much a big thing from them.
They hold their FIFA pre-order bonus.
But yeah, I feel like that was a bigger controversy of the 2010s. Sure.
It was a very big one, yeah.
Number 9 of biggest gaming controversies of the 2010s was Modern Warfare 2's No Russian mission. I mentioned this to Brock earlier and he didn't even remember this. No Russian is fucking massive.
I don't remember
We've talked about this on this podcast multiple times.
I remember the mission. I remember some people getting like up in arms about it. I don't remember it being a massive, like you were saying it was on the news and everything. I don't remember it being
was.
that
I'm
big.
not, just because of recent events, I'm not going to talk too much about this.
Yep.
But this,
you better,
this was 100% on the news. It was a massive thing. There's a reason there's a warning at the start of the game to say, do you want to activate this, yes or no? Like, it was a big thing. I will say, in this game, it isn't one of those things where they put in something controversial just for the fact of being controversial. It's a big pillar of the story of this game and the sequel and leading to a lot of the stuff happening. So it's not just a shoehorned in thing, at least from what I remember. It's been a while since I played these.
The revamped Modern Warfare 2 end cutscene for that game was definitely a shoehorn in.
Yes.
With the plastic parts and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we'll skip that.
Can't say that on YouTube.
No. All right, so number 8 of the most controversial gaming things of the 2010s was the launch of No Man's Sky. I agree with this. This was
lot of upset people.
This was pushed so hard. This was one of my last years of high school. It might have been my last year of high school when this came out, and I remember Sean Murray going on like the Tonight Show or like one of the Jimmy shows, and talking about it.
The hype surrounding it was insane.
Massive, and it fucking sucked at launch.
Yep.
And you know what? I feel like Hello Games, who the developer of No Man's Sky, when it first came out, I think they said we're going to do XYZ thing, very Peter Molyneux-esque, where there's over-promising, under-delivering. But I feel like there's probably a lot of, I'm assuming, like publisher or backing pressure from whoever put the money in.
Sony.
Yeah, well, to just release it. Put it out. You need to do something with it, and it wasn't at the level where they could fulfill even a fraction of what they promised. But, to be fair, I think nearly everyone in the gaming community can say No Man's Sky is at that level now and has had the biggest comeback of any game of all time.
It definitely has, but it's also like, it's taken them, 13 years? No, when was it out?
Hasn't been that long.
10 years, maybe.
Yeah. Like,
I think it's 9.
does that excuse them promising all that stuff at the start if they've like come that far?
Depends on what the
Honestly,
real
to this
reason.
level now-
Well done them. I think like they've done amazing. We both played the game. I love the game. But
to the point that they've added so much extra
For free.
from what they for free and continuously, and there has been no sign of shutting down. I 100% think they deserve the.
I don't think
Pause.
it excuses it. Forgives it, sure, but
Yeah, but
it
you know
doesn't
what?
mean that I can then, like, I start a game company, I promise the world, and then when called on, like, hey, you underdelivered, be like, oh no, it's fine. In 10 years, it'll be the game.
But
I promise.
we don't know the exact reason
Yeah,
why
this
it
is
didn't get.
speculation, but I wouldn't be surprised that they were pushed to push this out at that time. They might have not wanted to. They might have wanted to put a couple more years on it to put more content in, or however long they wanted, and Sony or whoever else had their fingers in the pie. Exactly. Told them to push it out.
Everyone always pointed at the trailer. Like the stuff that was in the trailer that was promised it would be in the game was not in the game.
Yeah, it was. You just had to go fucking find it.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't
in the
like
game.
the weird creatures just somewhere in the universe?
Nope.
Not at all?
Not the way that they showed it in the trailer.
Yeah, but if we got to go off what the trailer says.
That's another thing.
The trailer was supposed to be just flat gameplay.
That's bullshit. It always says it's a mix of gameplay. It's 95% of just fucking pre-rendered shit.
Since the fucking original, what's that fucking Ubisoft game? The hacking one.
Oh, Watch Dogs.
Since the original Watch Dogs trailer, where that thing was
That
a
was a very
fucking
cool
lie
trailer.
and everyone loved it, and it was a fucking lie, all the shit in there. Never take trailers
No.
at face value. All right, we're back. Sonic literally interrupted us. That is no joke.
Talking about Watch Dogs, we got hacked. Crazy.
crazy. All right, so the next thing was
Oh.
number 7 in the biggest gaming controversies of the 2010s was the cancellation of Silent Hills. Do we agree with this?
Yeah.
I think so. This was
Yeah.
fucking massive, bro.
It's still massive. People still want it.
Well, this is just a part of a massive thing that happened, which was Kojima getting ousted from Konami, where he worked for like 30 years.
Yes.
And was the face of the company, essentially.
And I still hear mixed like stories on what was actually happening there.
Yeah,
Like
there's
some
so
people
much.
saying, oh, they were relegating him just to a janitorial role, basically, and all this other crap. And I was like, I know that happens in Japanese companies.
Yeah.
Where they basically, rather than firing you because they don't want you to go and work for someone else, they'll just like basically demote you down to some completely shitty position but won't let you leave.
I don't think there's been a upset like this in the gaming industry before or since.
Yeah.
Of Kojima getting ousted from Konami and the cancellation of Silent Hills, which this is also the biggest high profile game to have a teaser or a gameplay demo and never come out.
Yeah.
And had so much potential. Because I don't know if you guys remember, did you guys get or play PT before people knew what it was?
Nope.
One of our mates was into like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, so we got just downloaded. It's like a gig and it's free.
Yeah, I downloaded it and I was playing it like the day or two it came out before people knew that it was a Silent Hill game or that it was related to Kojima. Because I remember it was big because it was also when like The Walking Dead was still big and there was like, oh fuck, this is Norman Reedus because there's the cutscene at the end and it's Norman Reedus, and then they're like Guillermo del Toro, Hideo Kojima. It's like, this is going to be fucking hectic. And then it was in the span of like a month or two.
It just disappeared.
Well, it wasn't that. It was just like it all just started crumbling down on itself.
Still got my copy.
I've still got my copy. They still go for a bit. There's a chance we might play this for a video because Beans very much wants to play this.
Yeah.
Like, I get hounded regularly. Can I please play PT by Beans?
Yeah, I want to get my PS4 Pro back off Dad.
Yeah.
Because I've got it and it's sitting there and he's like, I don't use it. And I was like, I don't know what's on it, but I know PT's on it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Number 6 for the biggest gaming controversies of the 2010s was Street Fighter X Tekken's on-disc DLC debacle. I don't think this is number 6 of the biggest controversies of the decade.
No, neither do I. It's big for if you were into those games.
Oh, no, I think it's still an industry big thing. It's bullshit. I remember when this happened. So basically, if you can't tell from the title, when the Street Fighter X Tekken game came out, the DLC or parts of the DLC were already on the disc. You just had to pay to unlock them.
So it's a Star Wars Outlaws Jabba exclusive mission thing all over again.
So, this was the original one.
Yeah.
Or one of the original ones. And it was just bullshit. It's like, I already physically have this content, but you're putting up a paywall.
Yeah.
And I get it, like being like, maybe it's quicker for them if they've already got their DLC in the pipeline, chuck it on there to have more access for people. But at the same time, just don't do that.
No.
Like, if people are going to get livid if they've already got this content and basically it's just like a 1 kilobyte download to be like,
the other
yep,
side
unlocked.
of that is if you have the content on the disc, whether or not the actual player and the user can access it.
Don't they technically then already own the DLC?
Yes. I'm more thinking about this from the other side for the developer, where like if it's something they've put on there, they've never intended for the user to see it. Like, I want to talk about the hot coffee mod for a moment for San Andreas, because I reckon that was a big controversy.
It's also not,
and Tom's not listening.
Oh, no, I'm listening.
Research.
The whole thing was that, hey, this is cut content from this game. It is physically still on the disc. You just can't access it normally in-game without using outside tools to change the coding of the game to access the content. But people blew up about it because essentially it was a small mini game where your character could take their girlfriend and have sex with them. It was just a shitty little mini game that got cut because they couldn't get it to work correctly or whatever. The ratings board wouldn't approve it or something. It got cut. But the code for it, the content for it was physically still on the disc. A player managed to access it because they were just trawling through the code with some outside hex tool. They found it and were like, oh, what's this? Activated it and then showed, like, basically posted on all these websites saying, here's how you get this content. People exploded and blamed Rockstar as though they'd left it in the game. It was like, no, it's cut content. It wasn't meant to be
easier
accessed.
to leave it there.
You're
than
right,
delete
but
it.
that is a very different situation because in that regards, it's something where there still is technically illicit stuff on that disc. I know you can't get to it, but it's on there.
Yeah.
You still have it there. I know it's dumb. I don't agree with it, but it's still there. So
Okay.
you've got to...
If it's on the disc, the rating should go up because therefore you can technically
That's also
get it
like, I have a copy of Halo. Well, I don't because a guy I lent it to in primary school has it. I had a copy of Halo 2 for Vista, which also in the debug files has a photo of a guy's ass, which makes it technically go to an R rating in Australia.
Yep.
But that wasn't found till years later or a while later, and I'm pretty sure they got recalled because it was like an arse error, so they put it as a joke, like he's a photo of an asshole. I don't think it was an asshole. I think it's this guy with his pants down, like his hairy ass.
Yep.
But technically, that's pornography.
Whether or not the player can access it.
Yeah. You can't. You've got to go through so many things. It's literally like a developer error if you're in the whatever program they were using to code the game.
Yeah.
But that's there. With this one, with the Street Fighter Tekken, with being on the disc.
It's just a scummy move.
It is a scummy move.
It is a very scummy move. I don't think it should be number 6 on here. I'd say hot coffee should be number 6 on there.
Yeah, this 2010s also.
No, true.
But also this was when all this Street Fighter Tekken DLC being on the disc stuff happened. That was during Capcom's scumbag era. People fucking hated them for like 5-6 years. Now people really like Capcom.
Yeah,
they've turned
just
around.
because of Monster Hunter, they don't really put anything else out.
I mean, they definitely do.
Yeah, fair.
Literally Resident Evil.
Yes, I completely forgot.
They did Devil May Cry also the other year. It's been a while, but that was a good game. All right, number 5 in gaming controversies of the 2010s or top ones was Epic's explanation of erroneous exclusivity. This is just some dumb alliteration, but basically I know. But this is basically just when Epic started putting exclusives on the Epic store for PC.
They were buying exclusivity and then
yeah,
putting it on
exactly.
the store,
Which PC gamers hadn't been used to exclusivity. And at the same time, it's annoying and it sucks, but also comparing exclusivity of Steam with the Epic Store is not the same as like Xbox and PlayStation.
No.
You don't have to
God, no.
buy any different hardware.
You're not spending $500,
It's
$600.
annoying, and I don't agree with it, but people were acting like this was the end of the earth when this happened.
Which I don't remember this, but I pointed out to the boys before we started shooting this when we quickly looked over this.
Men.
I saw a similar thing to this. Epic, again, was the release of MechWarrior 5, where Epic did the exact same thing. They bought exclusivity rights to it, and it was after people had pre-ordered the game on other storefronts, and those people just lost their pre-orders, to my knowledge. Got refunded, some of them, I'm sure, but it was, hey, I wanted to play this on this store, the thing that I use the most. Why do I now have to install this crappy thing to actually play the game I wanted to play?
We've talked about this before, but do you guys actively use the Epic launcher at all?
I downloaded Hogwarts Legacy because it was free the other day.
Oh, bro.
It took it was a free game. I'm just taking it. Also, it takes way too long to download, I think, so it's like 15%.
Yeah, it's fucked.
I just realized I don't know why you pointed at you, because you don't. I was going to say you would because you still play Rocket League, and I was like, no, you play it on PlayStation. You don't play it on
No, I don't.
PC.
I play it on PC.
Oh, not through the Epic Store though?
Rocket League was on Steam.
Rocket League was on Steam. I had it installed, but then obviously when I wiped my hard drive, I don't have it on Steam, so it's on Epic now.
Okay.
RIP.
It's the exact same thing. It's just annoying.
Quickly, since you were talking about that, Hogwarts Legacy, I've never had a game that I've played be like, this is a good game, but I'm fucking so bored.
That's why I want to get it on PC so I can have mods. That game's still
did
bugged.
you play that at all?
I bought
it. I bought it with a few games, and I remember playing it and be like, I fucking wasted money. I haven't had a moment like that in years, being like, fuck, I wish I didn't buy this for a game, and Hogwarts Legacy was that game for me.
I was turned off it before it even came out, just by the whole J.K. Rowling's a vile person sort of thing.
Yeah, well, that's just standard.
But also at the same time, the developers of this game are not J.K. Rowling fans.
No, they're not, but she still gets money from it.
She gets money from that many fucking things.
Every time they get rerun on Go, she gets money.
I fully get like not wanting to support J.K. Rowling, and I'm in that boat as well. But being like, I'm not going to buy the Harry Potter thing because it supports her. Anyone else, I sort of get that. She made her fucking money decades ago. She's a fucking billionaire.
The last book came out in like 2006 or something, 2005. It came out ages ago.
She's got that much fucking money. And I know it's like, oh, you don't want to support her more, but it's at the point of being like, I don't want to buy anything off Amazon because I don't want to support Jeff Bezos. He's got that much fucking money. It's a drop in the fucking ocean for him.
I was turned off it because when I went to buy the game, EB Games wouldn't give me, because I was like, I want to pre-order the game because you get some weird skin or whatever. They're like, we can't let you pre-order it because we don't have the coins to give you, that like the charms or whatever.
Saying this.
And I was like, cool, I don't want them. They go, no, it's part of the pre-order package. And I was like, yeah, I know, but
you just want the code.
I want the DLC code. That's all I want. Yeah, but I can't do that because we don't have any copies left. I was like, what do you mean? It's a pre-order. Yeah, but we don't have the coins. I don't want the fucking coins. Just give me the game. I ended up buying it digitally to get it, and it cost me an extra $30 or whatever it was. But
anything to fuck over EB Games.
Oh, literally, I was like, I'm buying this card at Big W, and I'm going home. Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, hey, it's been a while since we've had EB Games. Hey.
Oh, I can jump on it at the moment.
Yeah, we'll get onto it actually. I'm just going to jump here so I know how to cut that off the screen. Do you think EB Games is going to survive the next like 5-10 years?
Dead by 2030.
I think it's just going to be Zing. They're not like, it's going to be
like
Zing Games.
This isn't me being
or something.
This isn't me being like, fuck them. I like anti EB that much. I don't know anyone that goes there. I don't know anyone.
I know a few people who like.
I know Pokemon cards. Maybe that's it.
I know a few people still like that's their first stop for like gaming stuff.
Why the fuck would you do that though?
I don't know. I keep telling them, just come see me. Like, you'll get the exact same experience. I'll fucking screw you over if you want.
That's the salesman in you, bro.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
But like, I don't get it. There's lovely people that work at EB Games.
Oh, it's heaps.
Our hate for EB Games is not the workers. There's some great people.
Corporate part.
There's also been bad people there, but you're going to see that in any retail landscape. But the company itself is just terrible.
Yes.
So much waste and plastic and
very quickly before we go back to our list, I was in an EB Games the other day because buying Laura a Christmas present, EB Games is the only goddamn place that stocks this fucking thing.
Yep.
Put the pre-order down for her present. whole other story on
You
that.
can say what it is because it will be out after Christmas.
She knows what it is. She asked for it.
Okay.
But it's more because I don't want someone else reacting about it.
Okay.
Yeah, long story.
All right.
Anyway, putting the pre-order down for it, there was a person in front of me. Now, this person...
At EB Games?
At EB Games, yes.
Yep.
This person at EB Games, the customer in front of me, possibly on the spectrum, they were there with someone that I got the vibe of person with carer. That was the vibe I got from them.
Yep.
We've talked about EB World's level 5 stuff before, haven't we?
Yes, where you got to spend a fuck ton of money to be in their exclusive level 5, and there's like Facebook groups and shit about it.
I was only half listening to the conversation of these people in front of me, but my ears pricked up and I looked away from my phone when the person behind the counter said to the person in front of me, "Good news, you've just made it up to level 5." And I looked up and they've brought out this it was a shiny white card with a big V on it and level 5 and all that. And they made a big show of it and all that. And I was just like, how much of, to the worker, you're just doing your job. But to the company, how much of this person's money have you taken for them to make a big deal of, oh, you got the shiny level 5. Well done, you. Ooh.
I have a comment I'm going to make. I'm not going to make it, but we'll look at this.
We've looked at, to get level 5, there was something you needed a...
It's a stupid amount of money.
It was, yeah, because there was also some sort of subscription thingy.
That's a new thing, I think. The subscription's a new way to do it. It's only been in the last couple of years.
Okay.
But before it was you got bank. The trade-in value was good. You spend $100, you get the level 2 card, and you get a slightly better top-up.
You need to have 9,999 carats. And I don't know, is it 1 carat equal to $1?
No.
Let me have a look. I'll see if I can remember my password and I'll check my EB World account.
No, that's going to take too fucking long. Let me have a look.
Because last I checked I haven't used my EB World card in a long time. I think I was level 4. And that was more just because, back when EB was actually decent, I pre-ordered a lot of stuff through them.
Yep.
Other than this thing for Laura, that's the first thing I've pre-ordered through them in a while.
Yeah.
Carrot stash. Here we go.
I just can't tell you why I would ever want to walk into one these days. And the thing is why are you looking? I'm not searching anything.
Because I was just reading it.
The thing is, you go back 10, 15 years and EB was the place to go.
Yes.
Yeah. It really was. And then it started going to other places. Yeah.
I found my stash. I have a total of 9,633 carats and I'm a level 4.
Well, you're close to level 5 then.
Yeah, except the last thing I bought there was doing a warranty claim. My Edge controller on the 8th of February 2024. It's renew minus carats. They take all it off you when you take a warranty claim in. Pretty scummy thing.
That is very
imagine
scummy.
that, they're scum.
Yeah. And then
Shock
before
horror.
that was 2023 and then Arkham Knight trade-in, which was... that was a long time
Also,
ago.
that's actually something I want to say. I think trading in games is a scam.
Yeah.
Near every shop I can think of where you trade in games, there's a couple places where they'll have deals of trade in these games and you get
this
one for
new
free.
release for free, yeah.
And it depends on what the games that you had were. It might be worth it. But so many places trading in, if you go to EB Games and you trade in, I don't know, what's a new game that came out? That's a AAA game. I don't know, Expedition 33 or something.
Borderlands 4.
Borderlands
Ghost of
4,
Yotei.
whatever. And you get fucking $5 for it. Yeah. And they flip that for 60, 70.
Yep.
You've got to make money. I'm not dumb. I'm not saying that you should be getting 80% of what the game's worth. But when you're getting literally 10%, it's it's almost insulting level.
Yeah.
But that's how they make their money. And they sucker in so many fucking kids for this. And it's really sad, honestly. And I'm honestly salty because back when I was a kid, there are so many games I wish I still had, but I went to EB and I traded them in.
I think,
my original Pokemon games.
It hurts when I think about all the stuff I traded in. I think the scummiest thing, EB's the biggest one for it, but I do know a couple of other companies do it as well, is when they do console trade-ins as deals on the new version of the console.
Yep.
We looked at it, I can't remember the exact details of it, but when the Switch 2 was coming out and they were having trade in 3 games and your original Switch game, your Switch console, get 50% off whatever the deal was, you were still having to pay money for this new console. It's like, I'm trading in however many games plus a perfectly usable console. I get that it's the previous generation console. I should be paying less to move up to it. I should not be paying 50% of that new console.
EB's pre-owned consoles also were always a scam in price. I bought a couple over the years. The most recent one was about a decade ago now. And I got a used PS3. Actually, no, it was probably like 2018. I got a used PS3. The PS3 had been dead for like fucking 6 or 7 years at that point.
Is this one you bought just to play Metal Gear Solid 4?
Yep, just to play MGS4. And I still had to pay like $400 for it.
That's a rip.
The only reason I got it from eBay is like, okay, I didn't want to go through eBay, didn't want to go through Marketplace. I just want something now.
Yep.
And it's still a brick and mortar shop, so I've had some sort of warranty thing. And I was like, I just want to fucking play this game. I modded the fuck out of that console. And I was like, what the fuck? I had to pay that much money in like 2018 for a fucking PS3?
Yeah.
Fuck. It was like $350 or $400 from EB Games. It was a fucking rort.
I mean, I can't speak for Australian EB. I don't know how well they test those consoles. I would hope they test them reasonably well. But I know there's plenty of YouTube channels out there showing like what the condition some of these consoles from similar
What's that really
places.
big? The really
it
big
was
one.
DK Oldies.
DK Oldies.
Yeah.
That got in a lot of strife like a year or two ago.
But I mean, they're still scamming people.
Yeah.
I think I did one of those console trade-ins for I think I gave my PS4 to my dad. I then got the PS4 Pro and traded it in for the PS5. I was like, I've got like 3 controllers that don't work. I've got a bunch of games I haven't played in 2-3 years. I'll put them all in a bag and take it down. I ended up having extra money once that I'd done it all because I had the trade-in bonus. I was like, oh, that's not too bad. Got an extra controller. That was the first time I think I'd come out on top. Yeah. And I mean, I'm walking into this thing with like 2 green bags full of things. Like, definitely not money, like games I had played and enjoyed I kept. It was just all the random, like, your auntie gave you a PlayStation 4 game, or you got one from your sibling or something like that. Was garbage. But there was like a bunch of games that they gave me back because they're like, we don't want this. Yeah. Like, it's a free game. Just put it on the shelf for nothing. And they're like, no, we can't sell it too many. And I was like,
I don't think I've ever traded in a console to EB Games. Games by themselves, sure. Wish I'd never had, but did. Consoles, I don't think I ever traded into them.
I traded in. This is typical dumb kid, and I got fucking ripped off. This is probably like 2008, 2009. You want to know something fucking sad, Ben? I traded in my DS, DS Lite, my white DS Lite, Pokemon Pearl, like Drawn Together, if you remember that game.
I do.
That was hectic.
There's a fuck ton of other, like Pokemon Ranger. I had a bunch of like decent DS games. My copy of Fire Red, and I traded them all in. And you know what I got? I got $80, and I bought fucking Ratchet and Clank Size Matters.
Any other Ratchet and Clank game would have been so much better there, but
it was a fucking rip-off. And like, I remember, shout out to my dad, even he used to say it when I was a kid. He was like, please don't trade these in. I know that you're getting ripped off. They're not worth trade. Just keep them. You'll want to play them. And
I wish
he was right.
I wish my mum had been that switched on with like gaming stuff to
and now you
give me the same
everything.
advice. I was hoarding consoles anyway. It was just more games that I was trading in. Yeah. And I wish I'd kept all of them, honestly.
Now you own all of them.
I will say, at least with my situation, I
own all the consoles still. I've still got.
If I was to trade in one console that I had, it probably would have been my DS. DS Lites, I don't know how well they go these days. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are dead.
Yeah, the batteries on them, even with the 3DS, the batteries weren't built
and
to
also
last.
it's cool to have my original Fire Red and Pearl and like Yellow and all these games, but realistically, I probably wasn't going to go back and play the original copies.
No.
Because I didn't want to get rid of my original saves because you couldn't have multiple fucking saves on it.
I've still got my original Game Boy Advance SP. That still works.
Yeah.
None of the game batteries work. So, I've got to fix all those, but
most of mine, a couple don't. Some do.
The Game Boy Color games definitely don't work.
I don't have my copy of Gold anymore, so no.
No, I've got the yellow. I But like even my old Zelda game, I put that in and that screen has a hissy fit because that battery's been long dead for like 15 years max.
It's just the Pokemon ones. A couple of them have a couple of hissy fits. Every other game, whether it has a battery or not, every other game works fine.
Oh yeah, no, they all still work, but it's just there's no the battery inside the actual cartridge itself.
Mine are fine.
All right, let's go back to this list.
Yes, finish off our list.
So, number 4 on the most controversial gaming moments of the 2010s was Microsoft's Xbox One reveal. This was fucking...
X-Bone.
This was big. This was when Xbox fumbled the bag unbelievably.
Yeah.
People still debate, but realistically, the 360 won that generation. It didn't sell the most. The Wii did. But between the PS3 and the 360, Xbox
the game exclusives just carried that.
And they were just out in front and they've just fucking dropped it really hard. They pushed the Xbox One as a media machine, not a gaming machine. It was all about fucking media and the Kinect and always having the Kinect plugged in and all this shit. They just lost sight.
Yeah, they listened way too much to Microsoft on like, we want you to do all this. And it's like, no, just
get Bing in the lounge room.
Let the game company be a game company.
And then you get PlayStation who are like, oh, it's a PS2. There's a DVD player built in. It's there. You don't have to use it.
And the PS4 fucking drenched them.
Yeah.
Like
the game sharing thing.
Yeah, so that was a big thing where the original Xbox One reveal was that you couldn't share games anymore.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to. And then what
digitally tied to your account.
Digitally tied. And then PlayStation put out a video a couple days later being like how to share game or borrow games on PlayStation.
Here's how you share a game on PlayStation 3.
And it's literally just passing it to another person.
Not 3, 4.
And it was just like, yep, you're fucking lost. Like they
didn't even have to try.
Anything. There was nothing in this generation where I think they even had a glimpse of it being a possible comeback.
Think they ever, like looking at them this day and age, I don't think they ever recovered really. They never.
No, they haven't.
No.
The closest they ever got to doing something cool was Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I really can't think of anything else. Like I thought that their ROG Ally thing was going to be like, oh, it's a cool next step. That's been a fucking fart in the pan.
Yep.
No one cares about that.
Fart in the pan.
Yeah.
What is with you? Like,
you know exactly what I mean.
A fart in the wind.
Yeah, I know.
But it's funny.
Because it's like a flash in the pan, but fart in the pan.
So you know the correct ones, but you're just doing it on...
Do you know what sounds close to fart? Fat. All right, next thing.
I will say something good that did come from the Xbox and the Kinect. I'm still getting clips from current games of people playing with Xbox players saying, oh, you connect into it? He goes, yeah. And he goes, okay, Xbox, he goes, Kinect, turn off. And it turns the Xbox off while they're still playing. It's a lot in Arc Raiders because it's open mic.
Oh,
so you can go, oh, you're an Xbox? Yeah, it is like, turn off. And they just get instantly deleted.
So that was very similar to back in the day where I'm going to put my phone away. You used to be able to talk to Siri and you would be able to basically go up to your mate's phone and be like, hey, text mum I'm horny. And it'll just send a text. You didn't have to unlock the phone or anything. It used to be a menace and it was the exact same thing just because the voice recognition is dangerous.
Yeah, Samsung fumbled that with Bixby. They didn't... Bixby...
More like Shitsby.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
All right, number 3 in most controversial gaming moments or things of the 2010s, apparently to Game Rant, was the downfall of games journalism, which I get. And the photo they've got here is from the fucking Cuphead, the notorious Cuphead tutorial video of one of the, I forget his name. Some journalist went and was doing a Cuphead review and he had a video of him trying to do the tutorial and he couldn't fucking beat the tutorial.
We just watched this video of him trying to beat the tutorial.
Yeah, they still had never seen it before.
It was horrendous.
It was painful.
It was like watching my 2-year-old. Oh, it was bad.
Not touching that.
No, I was going to say 2-year-old nephew, but then I just realized he's not 2 anymore. He's like 8.
Yeah, but it's fucking. I won't lie. I do feel like games journalism had a big slump in the 2010s. I feel like it sort of had like a revival in recent years, and I feel like a lot of that's got to do with YouTube.
Yeah.
Where you didn't have to be tied to a magazine.
Yes.
Or something formal to have an opinion that might be publicized more than others. Where there's a lot more, there was YouTubers obviously in the 2010s who did game reviews, but I feel like there's a lot more credible game review outlets that are very similar to your traditional e-media that are around on YouTube now.
I would have said that like before the 2010s was when you like paper publications were like they were the big thing.
Yeah.
As soon as like YouTube started getting big, they all started dipping out, and then you had all your independent game reviewers sort of taking. Oh, well, like, a lot of them were like, like they'd all jump on. Like, you know, you had what was the one that Zero Punctuation was part of for ages? The Escapist. You had The Escapist on. Like, you had a couple of other places that were doing stuff here. Yeah, but like now it's all independents.
Yeah, I feel like I see more independent games journalists now that are way more cohesive and there isn't a gimmick.
Yes.
Like back in the day, I remember people used to love Angry Joe. I think people still do. But his reviews are always, it was an entertainment piece.
Yeah.
It wasn't as informative. Well, was informative, but...
That was like...
Good game.
Good game, yeah. I was thinking more like Jimquisition and that. Like the persona that... The persona that Sterling that ran it, he put a persona on. Sorry, they put a persona on. Nowadays, it's changed completely, but I think you are right. A lot of them were, hey, you were tuning into it because of the personality. You weren't tuning in there because of they actually had decent views on it.
Well, now
there is stayed with me for 15 years. So.
Yeah. There is legitimate like YouTube channels that have almost solely dedicated to games and game reviews that feel way more polished and way more high end. And I feel like that's a way bigger thing now. But in the 2010s, there was just like, it felt like they had that fucking fiasco with, what's that fucking roguelike? Dead Cells? Where the person just, I think
plagiarized the entire thing.
An IGN reviewer stole some other YouTuber reviewers.
It wasn't just Dead Cells, did it with a whole bunch of others.
Yeah, but like that was Metroid, the one, that was the one that was the big one. Where they stole the whole review for Dead Cells and just put it on IGN. And this person, they just had been stealing all these people's reviews. And it just shows, I think, it became a lot more corporatized, a lot of these game journalism companies, and it wasn't probably people liked games, but not enough where they, I've got to actually play the game to review it.
Yeah.
Are you sure I just can't copy and paste from XYZ person online?
Oh yeah, in 2020, if in 2010s, if we had ChatGPT, those game reviews would have all been the exact same.
Oh, wholeheartedly.
Yeah. With YouTube now, you get that people that are reviewing games that actually care about and enjoy playing games.
Yeah.
So you get an actual real perspective.
All right. Number 2 in the biggest gaming controversies of the 2010s was the failure of Fallout 76. This was definitely a big thing. I don't think it was number 2 and the worst thing that happened.
No.
Under the map?
Yeah, it looks like it. Fallout 76, I was keen when this came out because I was like, a new Fallout game.
When it first got announced, same.
Multiplayer, new Fallout game, hectic. Oh my God, I was so hyped, and once the more and more I found out, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, less and less interest and just...
Ooh.
I lasted 6 hours on it and I started playing it middle of last year, I think.
Yeah.
See, that's when
since it's been fixed.
Yeah.
That's when I picked it up. Was it last year?
When it was free, when the show came out.
Yeah, I think it was about that point. Yeah.
That's how I played Fallout 4.
I picked it up really, really cheap. I paid like $7 for it or something. And I've enjoyed my time with it, but I've enjoyed my time with it now. If I'd been playing it since release, I don't think I would have enjoyed it at all.
They've added a lot of stuff since release, and I know people really like it now, but this...
It's not enough to get you to go back, though, is it?
Yeah, if the show... Like, this really hindered Fallout's success in general. That show has helped it so much.
Yes.
Like, it was... I don't think it was irreparable levels that this game did. It basically just under-delivered. There was no NPCs in the game when it launched.
They were expecting players to take on NPC
They expected too much. They didn't put enough in. It just seemed like it was a half-baked idea that probably needed more time in the oven. And it seems like it's in a decent state now, and people do like it, but it's nowhere near like a No Man's Sky redemption story.
I go back every couple of months and play. Like, I'll play for a couple of weeks, and then I'll leave it for another couple of months, and I'll go back and play again. And like, they're adding a lot of new stuff every other time, and they've just announced like the Burning Sands expansion or new area, which is pretty much all tied in, to my knowledge, all tied into the TV show because they made a big point about like, oh, you can take bounty missions from the ghoul from the TV show, blah, blah, blah.
The reason this game didn't get nominated for Best Ongoing at the Game Awards this year.
No.
Yes.
100%.
You are very right on that.
All right. And then number one
Dun, dun, dun.
for the most controversial thing in gaming that happened in the 2010s was Gamergate. And I will give anyone $10 right now if you can fully explain to me without going into like a very contrived
rant
of actually telling me what Gamergate was.
Yeah.
Because I lived through Gamergate. We all did, and we still don't fucking fully know what the go was with it.
Tom and I started watching an explanation video, still not 100% on
Like
what.
I was also here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did go. I thought you were still out of the room, out of the studio.
No, there was there's dot points that we all know. It was like Zoe Quinn, like sleeping with people to get good reviews was a big thing, and then it was like the bumps, and then like it. I don't fucking know. It seemed like, but I do agree with Gamergate being number one. This was fucking massive.
It
for
was
a long
definitely
time.
controversial because you were on one side or the other. If you tried to take a neutral stance of, I don't know what's happening in that. I don't know enough about it. You got chewed to pieces. You need to take a side. You need to understand these are like big problems and blah. I was like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what it's about.
I still don't know what the fuck it was about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We will PayPal anyone $10 if they can explain it in 30 words or less.
Yeah, legitimately.
Without sounding like a 4chan user.
Or asking ChatGPT. We'll know.
But no, it's I don't know. It definitely had a lot of damage. It just seemed like Gamergate was a lot of people getting angry about nonsense and just yelling in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
And it went on for a long time. And I feel like this is what sort of spiraled out of control and then started a lot of other movements on both sides of the spectrum. And I'm not going to go too deep into it all, but it was like, honestly, bro, just let me play my games.
Yeah. You don't like certain games? That's fine.
Yeah. Honestly.
God.
Do you guys have anything else you want to say? Do we want to talk about this last thing? Fuck it, why not?
What's the mean the first thing?
The first thing. It's the last thing for us. But there's been, not as long as the list that we did last week, but there's been a thing on the board for a couple of weeks now that Brock wrote down.
It's been 1 week. It was there last week. We didn't get to it.
Okay. Do you want me to read it out or do you want to?
I can read it out.
Okay, yeah,
wow,
go.
you are such a dick sometimes.
You walk right into it. It's your own fault.
I'll make you walk into my dick. Shut up. Anyway.
Roll.
So, it was a question I posted to both of you last week. Shut up. Question I asked both of you last week. If we had gotten to it, we would have asked it then. Anyway, do streamers need to be good at the games they are streaming? Or is it just they can be entertaining?
They don't need to be good at the game they're streaming.
No.
Like you really don't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, is there an arbitrary level that you need to be good enough to stream something?
To stream it? No, I think that the ones who are good at the games and are entertaining to watch are obviously going to do better than someone who's not entertaining to watch but is good at the game.
I think entertainment is the biggest thing with this.
Yeah, it depends on what you're watching streamers for. Because, like, I mean, if you want to watch and learn to get better at the game, you don't care if old mate's sitting there saying anything to the camera. You're watching how he plays the game.
Yeah.
But if you want to put it on in the background and, I like Marvel Rivals, cool, let's watch someone who's really bad at the game but they're entertaining. I'll chuck that on for half an hour.
Yeah. I think a big
depends
thing,
what you're
like,
there for.
Speedrunners definitely need to be good at the game. It doesn't matter if the person is entertaining.
That is the whole point.
I know, but I'm saying, like, if they're streaming it, it doesn't matter if they say a word. What they're doing is entertaining.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think I'm with Ben. It's about what your intent is. Like, for a streamer having to be good at a game, I think it's a bit silly. Like, for example, when sometimes I want to learn a song on guitar and I'll watch a video of someone showing how to play it. There's some of these bigger guitar channels that will show you how to play a song, and it is a 20-minute video, and 8 minutes of them is them just cracking jokes to themselves in the video. It's like, I just want to see you show me how to play this song. I don't fucking care about you doing whatever. But then I'll also watch other people who have got more humorous related guitar videos when I'm not trying to learn a song.
Yeah.
They're doing a review on a fucking pedal board or something, and they're making jokes, and it's like, oh, this is funny. Yeah, I'm here for entertainment purposes. I think it all depends. Like, but speed running is a unique thing because the entertainment comes from the skill level.
Yep.
Where, I mean, that's also the case with a lot of other streaming, but most streamers, you're there to just see them, and then if they're good at the game,
Correct.
they're good at the game. But with speedrunning, the whole point you're there is to see them be good at the game
And most,
in a unique way.
Depending on the streamer, like there's a lot of streamers that are really, really good at the game, so they start streaming, and then they get more entertaining and get worse at the game. Like Ninja's fallen off with Fortnite quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's a whole multiple reasons for that, but like he was great at Fortnite, started streaming, and then that carried over. Now he does more entertaining things, playing other games and doing all the rest of it because fallen off.
Biggest example is fucking XQC.
Yeah.
One of the biggest streamers, and what got him into streaming from what I remember is he was a pro Overwatch player.
Yeah.
And then people just thought he was funny, and now he's just the entertainment. I couldn't tell you the last time he played fucking Overwatch.
Everything I see of him nowadays is him watching other people.
He's watching other people. He's either gambling, he's just doing fucking stupid shit. Like it's nothing. I'm not looking to see his crazy Winston gameplay. I mean, even though it probably is, but
if we expand it out a little bit to something we just spoke on before, people reviewing games, do they need to be good at the game to give an adequate review?
No, you don't have to be good at the game.
You can't be dog shit at the game.
You need to finish the game.
Do you think you actually need to finish it?
Depends on the type of
100%.
game.
Are you going to give a movie review from only watching half a movie?
Fair. Very fair.
Why the fuck would you not? I don't expect you to 100% the game. That would be nice, but I don't expect that. Just as I don't expect someone to review a movie knowing every single prop placement.
Yep.
Or some little, remembering every single line of dialogue. Like, I don't expect that. But being able to give just the general intake of whatever that media is and telling someone else about that and being able to have the full story from A to B, that's what I want to be able to get from a reviewer.
Yeah. Okay.
But at the same time, you need to be good enough that I don't want to take a fucking review from
old mate,
Cuphead,
dickhead.
mate. Yeah, I don't want to get, if he doesn't know how to play games. He's like that illiterate when it comes to playing games that he doesn't understand the experience or experience it. I'm not saying you can experience something wrong, but not experiencing it close enough to what the general public
You're
the people you're trying to elaborate or not elaborate, but
you're giving
you're
trying to give an unbiased opinion on the game that you're presented with. If you suck at it, you're going to hate the game because you're bad at the game and you think, oh, the game's it's not welcoming to new players, it's not this, it's not that, blah, blah, blah. If you just suck at the game, you can't put that in the review.
Yeah.
No.
What are your thoughts?
I think you need to be good at a game to give a adequate review of it. You can give an opinion piece on a game if you're bad at it, but to give a review of it, I think you need to be good at the game.
I think you need to be good at gaming. I don't think you need to be specifically good at every game, but you need to be able to do the bare minimum.
No, I think you need to be just average, at least.
Yeah,
I don't think you
that's
need to
probably
be good.
a better way of putting it. Yeah.
Like, for examples, if it was to be, you need to be good at gaming to be able to review something. How the fuck do you judge if you're good at fucking Legend of Zelda Wind Waker? What makes you good in that? Just because you beat the game normally? Or because you beat it fast? Or you beat it without getting hit? How's that different to someone just playing it normally?
You've got very good points. Yeah.
I know, I'm full of them.
He ate a spike ball.
I think that's that topic done.
I think there's a lot of things done. While we're about it, shut up. Ben was doing the fucking 6-7 thing off the screen, but
You
apparently
did it before.
apparently it's 41 now. That's the big number now.
Yeah.
4-1. That's what I was hearing from Dean. What his 6-year-old was telling him.
He's 6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. This ep. Merry Christmas and that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ho, ho, ho and all that.
Yeah, we've got our New Year's episode. This is actually the last episode of the year.
Yeah, it will be.
Fuck, I didn't even think about that.
We're going to have something big planned for 68.
Party hats.
No. I was going to do some stuff next week that I was going to be like, like a quick little wrap up. We can do it now. Because I was like, it's the last episode of the year, but I guess technically this is.
We do have party poppers.
We can do that next year.
Yeah.
It'll be 5 days.
Well, I do want to say we had our original goals for the year.
Where's the book?
For everything. I don't know.
Is it the one in front of you?
No, that's
a different book. I know. I'll have a look.
Ben's going to look for it, but our original goal for the year, or goals, we've fucking smashed all of them, I think. So
Fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, get fucked any other people who film on this set.
Quite literally.
So let's have a look. What was our goals for the year?
We've changed them so many times, so let me find out which is the right page.
Yeah.
Well, our first one was 100k views on any platform.
So let's give a live update. Let's do just do YouTube for now. YouTube. I'll have to go on actual YouTube. Actually, I'll do it on here. We'll do Save Point Podcast. Shout out to the Save Point Podcast. If you haven't seen them, they're pretty freaking epic.
I'm just looking at our notes from episode
3,
16.
2, 1. Woo!
It says, should bullying come back? Is peer pressure okay?
That's all. You need to have better topics again. On the YouTube, we're currently on 1.4 million views.
Hang on, we have a thing here. We had 100 subscribers on YouTube.
We are now at 367.
God, yeah. What else we got? 50 total podcasts.
We are on 67 now.
67.
We're recording it. Like,
we're
Jesus,
67.
guys, come on.
Total was, I think we wanted over 100 videos. I think we
We're
that.
on 1,000 videos. I don't count that though.
Yeah,
I don't think we hit that. Because the shorts, we put up 3 shorts a day. We do it on each of our platforms, just TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And as of like the last month and a half, Instagram. The only thing I do regret so far is that we haven't uploaded any different types of videos.
We filmed them.
We've filmed a couple, and there's
some of them will never see the light of day.
No, I was about to say there's ones that we have filmed in the last month and a half or so that will come out.
Yes.
I just honestly haven't. It's been a fuck time.
It's a year.
Yeah.
There's 2 things on here we didn't do, which was go to PAX.
No,
it was very close to
that
happening.
was very close to happening. Brock actually got a free ticket.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to get a free ticket, but I had not planned.
Yeah.
I got offered the ticket after we had decided to not go.
Yeah, because Ben wasn't able to go. Brock and I were umming and ahhing. We're like, probably not. Brock ended up offered a ticket on his birthday to go to PAX, and we were very close to going, just me and him, but we're like, I don't think it's going to be as good.
It would have been very short notice.
Yeah,
honestly.
and it wouldn't have worked. So I'm not too fussed about not going to PAX. That's not...
No.
Next year, I think PAX would be pretty cool, depending on what because next year's a big year for games.
Yes.
It's a very, very big...
Yep.
I mean, they're all kind of released before
I reckon
PAX,
E3 next year.
Yeah. Bring it back. What else is on the list? The only other thing we have is merch.
We didn't do that. No, we didn't. I feel like
we get it ready for winter, so that way we get hoodies.
Hoodies would be hectic. I think a hat.
A hat, honestly, I'm down with that. I was talking to a friend of mine who also has their own podcast. Very recently. We've talked about him. We've talked about him before, but I'll show you later. Yes, just over the weekend, I was talking to him, and he turned up at this event with a merch hat from his podcast. It actually looked very good, and I was like, I kind of want that for my thing.
Well, we'll do something. I reckon a hat's best.
I've already got things drawn up. I mean, it's there.
Ben is very talented with some of that stuff, so we've got some really cool designs.
A hat, a hoodie, a shirt that actually fits.
We need energy, 500ml energy can stubby holders.
Yes, yeah,
that's the first thing. That was not for you, fuck off, Brock. Yeah, that was the first thing.
We thought of that prior to you quitting.
Yeah.
Also, Brock nearly relapsed last week, and we stopped him.
Oh yeah, we would bully him.
He nearly relapsed on the energy drinks.
He did relapse. He told us at the start of the year. Scumbag.
Me bomba.
I had one about 8 months ago.
Tell that to the heroin addict.
Honestly.
One's no different.
The way you said that was like, you're the heroin addict.
One's not going to hurt me. Do we want to make some
new goals?
New goals.
Because I stopped writing on these pages after like the 4th week of January.
Yeah, it's been ages since we've touched that. I reckon, I think we will hit it. I think we'll hit it probably in the next few months. But without being too lofty, let's do...
I'm just going to rip all of these out.
Yeah. Let's do... I want to try and hit 500 subs next year, but bracket 1,000.
Well, I did brackets here, but it was 100 subs and then 1,000. I crossed out the other 0 because we had got like 30 followers in like 3 months. So I was like, we'll change that.
Yeah.
2020.
So I reckon let's try and aim for 500. But if we could hit 1,000, I'd be very happy. Technically, we have, just not on YouTube. This is for YouTube because on TikTok we've got 1,700.
Well, it did
followers.
say.
Really?
Didn't you know that?
Well, I don't use TikTok. I rely on you to actually tell me what's happening.
Our TikTok is by far our biggest platform.
Yes.
Well, I did have on here that the subs were for any platform. So, like it said, I had them all there. So.
Oh well, in that case, we've smashed that because our TikTok has been going decent for the last. Well, we're at
a very long time
1777 followers on TikTok.
Okay.
That fluctuates a lot.
We did also hit over 100k views on multiple videos this year on TikTok.
Well, we hit over 1 million views on a single video on TikTok, which I would like to do again, maybe possibly even twice.
That would be good to have 3 there.
Yeah.
Which video was that? Was that the Logitech mouse?
That was me talking about the G502.
Yep.
Yeah. People really like that.
Shout out Logitech for commenting on that and then also coming back like 3 or 4 weeks later and saying, I come back to this when I'm sad or something like that.
I think it was like a month later. Logitech coming back.
That was cool.
We've actually been reached out by a few people for sponsorship sort of stuff. Not the sponsorship. We've been reached out by some big companies where I would like to do some sponsorship stuff.
Yeah, Secret Labs gave us a shout out.
That was worldwide Secret Labs.
Also, we never did anything. We technically can get the first thing we wanted. The main reason we did the podcast before, besides the fact that we just talk about games all the time and we wanted to have an outlet and I had all these cameras and shit, was that
justify our film and art degrees.
Yeah, we wanted to try and get free games.
Yeah,
and we've got access to free games now and we haven't played any of them.
We really need to get on.
We've got like a press.
We're more likely to play games than you are.
Yes.
You don't touch anything.
We've got like a
Depends
press
on
thing.
the game. Some of the ones that we got offered, I would 100% play.
To be fair, the first game was called Sushi Ben and it.
Bento, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure I got ukulele. There's a few games that we can go like basically ask for keys and get them.
They'd probably work really well on the Thor.
Yes. Oh, ukulele would be hectic on the Thor.
Portable game reviews.
Fuck yeah. We need to actually. That's one thing we need to talk about the Thor.
We're gonna have just a special episode. For
yes,
that.
I think so.
I thought we already had that.
No, like I think a video.
Oh,
like a proper breakdown of everything. Yeah.
Shout out Pymania.
Yeah, shout out Pymania. If you want to get an AYN Thor in Australia, quick.
Or any Pi. Raspberry Pi.
Anything like that, go to pymania.com.au.
Yeah, I think it is .com.au.
Hint, hint, Laura.
I cannot recommend them enough. I didn't get my Thor through them. Ben did.
I did. Great customer service.
Amazing support.
45-minute phone call at like 8 o'clock on a Friday night, going through troubleshooting questions. Sorted. Man offered me his own personal Thor because mine had a line through the screen.
Absolute legend.
Yep.
Can't recommend him enough. Something else.
Other goals?
Any goals?
I'm going to put merch on here again.
Put merch on there. I would like to. Let's try and get a
guest a month.
A guest a month would be hectic. I think we can line up.
I'm just going to pack right at the bottom.
We can line up a few people that I reckon would come in pretty.
I'm going to suggest one that might like help with your editing and everything. A sponsorship deal would be nice.
It would be nice. I don't think we'll hit that, but it would be nice. It doesn't hurt to have stuff like that.
Just to give us a bit more time to play with and devote some more time to this.
It also depends on our normal 9 to 5 work.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. If we get a decent enough sponsorship, we can drop a day.
Yeah. If that
I don't think you know how sponsorship works.
Yeah. If that situation changes enough, I might have some more free time that I'll be able to put into some more of this stuff.
More time for games.
Yeah, I would like to
put that as a goal. More time for games.
Well, release more non-podcast content, and I'd like one of those videos to try and hit 1,000.
That would be very nice.
1,000 views.
If we wait long enough, one of them will.
A couple of these are going good. The podcast stuff fluctuates so fucking crazy about the views on it, but that's just how it is.
Check this. There's nothing on here about Spotify. Should we look at the...
Yeah, we never touch it. We never look at Spotify.
We went through the Spotify rap.
We talked about that the other week, how we're 999% growth on fucking everything.
Yeah.
We get decent followers and listens on there. Shout out to
that one guy in
Denver. He always lets me know when it doesn't get uploaded properly on TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, if you guys got anything else you want to add on there?
Farming Jedi.
Shout out to the Farming Jedi. Shout out to Jeremy.
Jeremy, our super
Shout
fan.
out to Jeremy. I still do not know what you look like, and I plan to never see what you look like. You
don't break the illusion.
Yeah, the illusion needs to stay. You are a myth and legend in my mind.
It's a lie. I pointed you out when you came into our work.
I don't. That has never happened. Like, legitimately.
I was talking,
no, you've done it. I've interacted with him a couple of times, but again, I don't see that happening. I don't remember you doing that.
I'm too busy.
Fair.
But yeah, I can't think of anything else really that I can. New videos, blah blah blah. People probably don't care about this shit here.
Guests, that's what I was going to write down.
Guests, yeah. There's a couple people.
We still need to do a music episode. I just ripped out that was on page 1 with this one.
We did a music episode.
Yeah, but not with the...
No, we have
the game one.
Literally.
We have a special guest we have in mind for our music episode.
I don't know if that will happen anymore.
I just ripped out the first one. That one was from the 6th of January last year. The next page in that was the gaming music soundtrack review thing, and that was literally a year ago. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Just bit me.
He's stimming or something. No, we've been wanting to do a video talking about gaming soundtracks and music for literally every year, and we just haven't done it.
Yeah.
You know, we might have to get Jacob in for that one.
Yeah. I feel like we could do other ones with
I reckon we get Jacob and someone else. Music episodes are like going to be a
all right,
wide
you
variety.
going to bring
buying
another
the other
fucking camera?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got mine.
Yeah, true. And I do have the fan.
You said we can't share cameras.
You can't share.
Okay, let me know when you've got a good Sony camera.
I meant we can't, like, we can have multiple people
Shut
on
up.
each one camera.
All right. Well, I think that's it. That's the last Save Point episode for
Ever.
the year. Yeah, for the year of 2025. We just keep fucking growing, and we're gonna take over the freaking world, baby. Woo! I haven't done a Ric Flair woo in a while. I think it's been 2 hours.
It's been... Yeah, it has
1
been 2
week.
hours.
That's where my mind went as well.
I know. Old man things. But with that, Brock.
No, before we go, that's a goal I want on there. You two stop bullying me.
That's not happening.
You can get fucked. Let's save it there. Woo!
Woo! See ya.